guys, and welcome back to the Sunday review. Now, there was quite a few things that I could review this week, but I chose to go with Quantum Break. Now, Quantum Break is a game that I've been playing recently but haven't yet finished because I couldn't quite bring myself to do so. And that is because Quantum Break have tried something new. They've tried to bring in real life actors and stuff like that and bring in real life cutscenes to make it look more film like, but put it into a video game thing where you can actually play yourself and kind of immerse yourself into it more. So with that, the reason why I stopped playing the game is because there was a point where I completed a chapter and decided I'd go to bed. But then the other half was like, no, can you stay up for an extra 10 minutes because she needs to do something and whatever. So, okay, yeah, 10 minutes, not unreasonable. I'll play a little bit extra of the game. And them 10 minutes turned into an hour, because as soon as I took a step forward in the next chapter, it triggered a cutscene. The cutscene lasted an hour. Cutscenes shouldn't last very long at all. They are just there to tell a little bit more of the story that would be better told in a cutscene rather than actually playing it in the game. And when a cutscene goes on for an hour, it doesn't become a video game, it becomes a movie. Now, why they chose to go down that route, I don't know. I mean, I think they was trying something new. And the reason why they was trying something new is because what they've done is they've got real life actors and put them into a video game, had them all modelled up, and quite frankly there's certain parts of the game where you can't tell the difference between what is rendered in 3D and what is real, which is good. This is new technology that they're using, and it is fantastic to see how far they can come with it and how far they could possibly go with it in the future. I mean, if you're already struggling now to tell the difference between what's real and what isn't, then where could they even go with it in the future? I mean, it's fantastic, some of the stuff they could do with it. So on the visual side of it, I'd give this game a 10 out of 10. The game is visually sound, it is amazing. But when they're taking that awesome visual style and then putting it into hour-long cutscenes, people are going to get very bored with it very quickly. I did. And that's why I stopped playing. Now, taking away from that side of why I stopped playing, there is, let's break it down. Visual side of it, I've already said I give it a 10 out of 10 for visuals. Visuals are fantastic. Gameplay, the new game mechanics of being able to stop time, stop bullets from moving, stuff like that. It's an interesting concept, and I quite like that idea. It was a bit shit in places, but it wasn't bad, so I give the game mechanics out of it an 8 out of 10. Then you're looking at the audio. The audio, I wouldn't say it's here or there. There's nothing that stood out as being fantastic with the audio. So for that, it'll just get some sort of mid-range sort of mark of 5, 6, something like that. And it's generic is the sound in the game, let's be honest. So it's all you need for a game like that though, standard sound, so it does its job. It brings in the points. I mean, it's not like Final Fantasy where you need massive bits of orchestra music and stuff like that. It's a different sort of game, so it doesn't need big band music, stuff like that. It plays its part. Now, then you get into the story side of it. Now, the story side of it isn't bad. I mean, a guy that's caught up in somewhere that he shouldn't be really, gets caught up in an explosion, can control time, gets betrayed by his friends. Yeah. It's a classic story that we've seen 1,000 times before, and they've turned it into a video game, made it interesting, fair enough. That's where the boring part comes in. They've turned it into this whole story that, yes, we've seen it before, yes, they're kind of doing something new with it and put it into a video game format, but why put it in a video game format and then have hour-long cutscenes which takes away from the video game side of it and makes it into that movie. I mean, quite frankly, if they're going to do that, surely the best thing for them to do is to just write the entire thing as a movie. Correct me if I'm wrong, is that not the smartest thing to do? If you've got something that looks like a movie, plays out like a movie, and can't really be played in video game format, for like the cutscene that I was playing, it went from being like a car chase, which they could have done as a video game, but chose not to. Then they had a part where he controlled time, got himself out of a van that he was arrested and caught up in, and they kept jumping back and forth between characters so they could show it like a movie. The entire thing was completely movie based, and that's what really, really irritated me about it, is the fact that there's certain bits like the car chase that they could have done and you could have played out, but they chose not to. And then switching between characters and all that, they could have done that as you play as each different character, but they chose not to. So what's the point in showing each character in a video format that takes so long, when the whole point of the video game is to get yourself immersed into this one main character? Kind of defeats the purpose and the point of it, if you ask me. But that's just me, who knows. So overall, Quantum Break isn't a bad game. I mean, the visual side of it, the game mechanics, the ideas of it, even the story itself isn't too bad. But when you're sticking in massive cutscenes like that, it really brings the feeling of that video game feel down quite a bit, unfortunately. So because of that, I would possibly rate the game 6 out of 10. And the reason why it gets even a 6 out of 10 is just due to stuff like the 3D modelling, stuff like that. That is so fantastic within the game that it actually bumps it up a couple of marks. But it doesn't cover up the fact that they've really, really ruined their own game by putting so many cutscenes in like that. So that is my thoughts on Quantum Break. Hopefully I'll get to finish the game, and it may change my opinion on the game, but I highly doubt it will, because just due to the fact that they've done that once with the giant cutscene, I get the feeling that at the end of every chapter they're going to throw a massive cutscene in. It's going to take ages, you're going to get bored with it, and you're probably going to walk away, make your tea, come back, the cutscene's still not finished, you've missed a ton of the story, but at this point you're not going to care very much. So I hope that the game gets better as I get through it, but overall this is just my analogy on how much of the game I could stomach to play before getting completely bored of it. And quite a lot of my reviews will get to this point, where if it's a game that I just got bored of and didn't finish, then that is where my analogy will finish on the game. And some of you out there might be going, oh, but the ending is absolutely amazing. What is the point in the ending being absolutely amazing if you don't get to the ending, because so many people get bored before then and don't even get to finish the game? So yeah, this has been my review on Quantum Break. Let me know in the comments below whether you actually liked Quantum Break, or whether you actually agree with what I'm saying about the game. And please subscribe and like this video if you want to see more videos like this. I will see you next week for another review, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye from me. Bye.